Good morning, everybody. It is a beautiful day in Lakewood Ranch. Hope you had an amazing weekend. My name is Adam Miller with the 941 Lifestyle Group, a real estate agent and lifestyle matchmaker. We're not talking about real estate this morning. Talk to you about what is happening in Lakewood Ranch. It is a busy week coming up ahead. Had a busy weekend. Had our family here visiting us in Lakewood Ranch. Mom, my dad, sister, my brother-in-law. Then the next day we had a barbecue. Had some really good friends over and drank some bourbon, talk story. I grilled some barbecue ribs, grilled some barbecue chicken. I smoked some chicken. Um, did some corn on the cob with like this, just herb butter. Really delicious. Busy week ahead. Let's talk about some things that are going on. First, I wanted to share this article with you. It showed up in my feed this morning. Definitely is impacting me personally and Jessica personally. Not the reason that it is on this video, but I wanted to share with you what is happening in Lakewood Ranch because if you are in Lakewood Ranch, it's going to affect you one way or the other. And that is the construction project that is happening on State Road 70. It is a massive, massive, massive project. This is right down the street from us. This is State Road 70 and Greenbrook Boulevard. On the opposite corner, which you can't see, is the library. It's the premier sports campus. But there is a major construction project that's about to happen. So I want to share this article. Let's read it really quick. So the FDOT says that State Road 70 between Lorraine Road and County Road 675, which is out in Mayaca, is on its way to being a safer route for East County residents. Now, we used to live off of 675. We used to call that stretch of road Death Road for obvious reasons. And get a load of this. The FDOT safety officer reported that the 5-year average crash rate for that particular corridor from State Road 70, where we are, all the way out to 675, was significantly higher than the 5-year statewide average rate for similar facilities within the state. But that said, fatalities. When finished, the corridor will be a 4-lane and sometimes a 6-lane divided highway. Right now, it's 2 lanes. If you're not familiar with that road, 7 roundabouts. You heard me right. 7 roundabouts. A 10-foot shared use path, which I'm guessing is for bikes and walkers. A 5-foot paved shoulder on both sides, which is great. Street lighting, landscaping, and new drainage system, none of which currently exist. There are no lights on that road. There are no shoulders on that road. Extremely dangerous road. The project is anticipated to cost about $98.4 million and is expected to be completed in the spring of 2027, which seems like forever because it is barely spring of 2025. And until then, drivers will have to contend with construction traffic, detours, side street closures. So this is where the roundabouts are coming through from the west. It is, I always said U-Line Road, but I think it's actually E-Line Road, Del Webb Boulevard, which is right in front of the Del Webb entrance, Bourneside, which now is one of the major routes north and south. And then 197th and 213th, which is in front of Panther Ridge Trail, and then of course 79th Avenue, which I think is the furthest Panther Ridge goes. But here's where it affects me personally. Bourneside Boulevard between State Road 70 and the Masters Avenue will be closed in December and is anticipated to open in mid-March. Greenbrook Boulevard between State Road 70 and Skipjack Loop is anticipated to close in May. We live off of Greenbrook Boulevard between State Road 70 and Skipjack Loop. And I'm not sure if they're going to let us in, which means that if we cannot enter in that way, we're going to have to go kind of all the way up and around, which takes us past the school. Not a big deal, but that means that we have no choice but to deal with that school traffic twice a day. Flashing lights, crossing guards, lots of kids. Not a big deal, just kind of an inconvenience. Anyway, so that's kind of what I wanted to share with you. I'm not going to go through the entire article, but yeah, drop a comment down below and yeah, let me know if that's going to impact you, if it's going to affect you, and kind of what your thoughts are on that. Mouthful, right? So when I say there are a lot of events coming up, that is an understatement. So every week there's a lot of events that take place in Lakewood Ranch. But this week in particular, there's a handful ones that I thought would be really important to share with you because Actually, all of them this week are pretty cool. But there's a couple over the weekend that are definitely worth mentioning. So let me share my screen again quick, and we'll talk about what do we have coming up. So, of course, Wednesday night, as is every Wednesday night, there is Ranch Night Wednesdays. That takes place at Waterside, 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. That's a good snippet of what it looks like. Primarily food trucks, although there's some other miscellaneous vendors there. And, of course, all the restaurants and all the stores are open. And it's just absolutely gorgeous. And that takes place every Wednesday from October to May. Live music as well, too. Waterside, get there early because otherwise parking could be really difficult. This is an event that I really want you to go to, because if you've watched our videos, you know I like a little bit of bourbon. And this is Bourbon and Barrels Speakeasy at Grove. Grove is one of our favorite restaurants. That takes place Friday night, March the 14th, 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. And of course, Jessica and I don't need any reason to get dressed up. So we love the fact that this was going to be a dress up speakeasy party. We've done those before, so we probably have the costume still. Tickets were $125, so pretty steep. But you do get bourbon and whiskey and rye tastings, small hors d'oeuvres. There's gaming tables, swing dancers, not much of a dancer, and then signature cocktails. And again, that is Friday night, starting at 7 o'clock till 10 o'clock. Not too late, but the main reason we are not doing that one, for me, it would be worth it. Jessica doesn't really drink bourbon, whiskey, or scotch, so for us to pay $250 for an event where one of us doesn't really drink that much, maybe not worth it. But here's the main reason why we are not doing that event, because the next morning, Saturday, is the Irish Celtic Festival, not to be confused with the St. Patty's Day event that takes place on Main Street in Lakewood Ranch. You don't want to go to that one. You want to go to this one. This is happening in Greenbrook, our neighborhood, the Greenbrook Adventure Park, which you should definitely go check out. It is a gorgeous park. It's got a skating rink. It's got dog parks. It's got a garden, basketball courts, tennis courts, I think. Cool stuff, though, and walking trails, which is great. But we have a booth at this event, and we're super excited because it's really our first event since moving back to Maui. Now, on Maui, I did an event every single solitary weekend for years. Before moving to Maui, we did events here all the time. We got the big pop-up tent and the table. We got some good giveaway for the kiddies, good giveaway for the adults, koozies, keychains, stickers. But this is on Saturday, 11:30 a.m. to 3 p.m. There's going to be food vendors. There's going to be Irish beer and whiskey, two of my favorite things, stage performances, a lucky dog parade, face painting, 30-foot rock wall for the kids. There's going to be a relay race and a whole ton of more. The event is free. They are charging you $5 to park. I've done an event there before. Man, I don't know where people are going to park for an event this size, but it should be a lot of fun. We got a big purple tent, so if you are in that neck of woods, you should definitely stop by. And then, of course, finally, Sunday is the Sundays Farmers Market, which takes place at Waterside. Sundays, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. year-round. We go there pretty consistently. Last week we bought some bread, 2 baguettes, because the baguette's good. There's a guy who sells Brooklyn-style knish. There's a lady that I get kind of my lavender relaxation essential oils from. There's a cigar guy who sells cigars from, I want to say, Honduras. But it's such a fun place to go, and that is 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Sometimes they shut it down for rain, but it is a great event. Do me a favor, drop a comment down below. Have you been to any of those events? And do you plan on stopping by and saying hello to Adam and Jessica at the Irish Celtic event? Now, there are 2 events taking place that day. One is at Main Street in Lakewood Ranch. And I think that one goes to the nighttime. So if you plan on going to do both of the events, stop by our event first, Greenbrook Adventure Park. That is the Irish Celtic Festival. And then there's a second one that I think starts at the same time. I think it's like 11 o'clock to 9 o'clock. And quite honestly, I might go to that one as well too. We'll see how we feel after going to this event. I also wanted to share with you a semi-newly opened coffee place that just opened up in Lakewood Ranch. It is right on University Parkway at the intersection of Lakewood Ranch Boulevard. It is in the Center Point complex. That's the place that has Chamberlain's. It's a place that has Tommy Bahamas. That's the place that has Owen's Fish Camp, our house. But this is one of our favorite coffee places. And of course, if you've been watching us for any amount of time, you know that we moved from Lakewood Ranch to Maui, back to Lakewood Ranch. And this is a coffee place that we know from Maui. Now, I'm pretty sure we went to the one in Kihei, which is not open anymore, but there is one in Lahaina on Maui. And that, of course, is Bad Ass Coffee. Yep, you heard me right. Badass coffee. We have been there a few times. Their coffee beverages are excellent. We actually bought it wasn't a pound of coffee. I think it was 12 ounces of coffee beans, jet black, super rich, super dark, which is kind of how we like it. And it was absolutely delicious. So they are in that plaza. Give them a shaka when you go in. Say aloha. They ask you how you found out about the place. You just let them know that Adam, that real estate dude, said we should definitely go in and check it out. Like I said, we've had coffee a few times. Did we get any food? I don't think we got any food. All the times that we've been there, they've been super busy, very nice. So do me a favor, drop a comment down below. Where do you go for your coffee? Please don't say one of those larger chains. You know what I'm talking about. Like I know there's a lot of great like mom and pop places, smaller local businesses where you can get coffee. So if it's not badass coffee, where are you going to get coffee? That's what we want to know. Hey, cheers to you. I hope you guys have a fantastic day, a fantastic week. I really do hope that you come by and see us at the Irish Celtic Festival this Saturday in Greenbrook. It's going to be a lot of fun. And if you happen to watch this video and go to the event, do me a favor, stop by the booth. Let's do a little selfie, maybe do a little video, and yeah, have a fantastic week. And we will